Okay. All right, folks. Welcome to my absolute first YouTube live DARTHTUBA Star Wars unboxing show. And this is a brand new kind of experience. I've never done this before. I've done live on Facebook. We're going to just test this one out, see how things go. So again, I'm your host, DARTHTUBA, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, DARTHTUBA, and also check out my Facebook page, DARTHTUBA Star Wars Unboxing page, and you can email me darthtuba77@gmail.com. So here's what we got. Today, what we're going to be working on is a couple of different items. Some of this is a follow-up to what we had in when I went and did a recording at the Disney store on the Star Wars, May the 25th, which was the Star Wars Day. I think they should just make May Star Wars month, because we got May the 4th, we got May 25th, we got all sorts of cool things that go on. So I just say let's make May the official month of Star Wars. So we're just gonna go with that and move on. But in any case, what we have here is we got a couple of different items. Two of the items are from the Disney store. This is the Elite Series 2-pack. Luke Skywalker and Han Solo as Stormtroopers. Okay, and it is obviously in celebration of the 40th anniversary. It's got the sticker on there. Okay, in addition to that, we have this, the Tsum's 4-pack, again, which was released on the 25th, the Star Wars Day. These are a little smaller size Tsums. Okay, and we also have a on sale K2SO magnet, which is actually from GameStop and was on sale, so I decided that that's kind of a cool thing to get. And lastly, also at GameStop, I was able to find one of the other titaniums, the one of them that I did not have, the Han Solo one. So we are going to do an unboxing of all of these. Okay, so let's see how we do. All right, first of all, actually we're going to do an unboxing of 3 of them. I've made a decision that the Tsum box, if you look at it, it's displayed beautifully. It looks like they're in the Millennium Falcon. All right, it's got a nice little top thing. It's got the little shape, okay, the rounded shape up top. For the moment, I like it. I like the Star Wars 40th anniversary sticker on it, and it's very displayable. These are cute, okay, and you can do lots of stuff with them. I know that one of the coolest things about the Tsums is their bottoms, their bellies, if you will, actually have the same material that you would use to wipe off computer screens and iPads and iPhones and any kind of electronic device. So it actually serves a purpose. So we're actually not at the moment going to unbox this. Okay, instead we're gonna let it, leave it back here. Actually, I'll sit it on top of my X-Wing for the moment. Okay. I also wanted to point out something else I got at on sale at GameStop, and that was my nice little K2SO mug. It's cute. It's a little hard to use as an actual functioning mug. The drinking is a little messy, a little hard. So I think it's going to be relegated to one of the shelves here in the Star Wars collecting archive. So why don't we start with this? We'll start with the Elite Series. Metallic figures from Disney Store. I don't know how they're doing, quite frankly. I love them. I think they're great. I will say my only issue is that their weight does in fact cause issue with them falling over, making it a challenge to display. So for that, I say that's something that Disney should probably look into improving with future versions if they decide to continue with it at all. And then the other thing is, of course, the twist ties, which are extremely challenging to open up. I end up just using a needle nose pliers to kind of get a head start on it, only because they are extremely tight. So, and the other thing to be aware of is that, unfortunately, with these, I'm trying to get them so that I can actually reach in here and actually cut them, because they're just crazy big. So, but I do like the titanium figures. As I said, I think they're kind of meaty. They're kind of bulky, and they have just a nice weight to them. I actually like the weighted feeling, and I hope that they continue them. But I've noticed them on sale, and stuff on sale can sometimes be the death knell for future series. I've also noticed that they've developed the other type of Elite series with just the kind of 10-inch dolls, those kind of figures. So I don't know if this is something that we are going to see continue. If we do, great. But if we don't, I'm sure they'll come up with something else. They'll try some new ideas with each new film that comes out. There's no shortage. That is for sure. So right now it looks like I had one person join my live and then they went off, and that's okay. Because as I've mentioned before, I'm not doing this to gain internet popularity. I'm sure that if somebody wants to see this at some point, it'll be available for them to do so. And I'm okay with that, even if it's just a handful of people that watch. That's all well and good. Feel free to make comments. If you have any questions. I mentioned a while ago I had a friend of mine, actually, from like a childhood friend of mine, Joe Agresti, kind of put it out there. And it's like, how do you afford this? How can you afford to do this? And I said, well, collecting is like anything else. You have a habit, and you feed that habit. And you do the best you can with it, and I mean within reason. I make sure that the bills are paid, and make sure that there's food on the table, and the mortgage is paid, and everything else. But put money away for my retirement, and saving money for our daughter's college, and there's not that much left after that. But what I can say is this: when everybody has their hobbies. My family had season tickets for football, and they spent a lot of money doing that. But I don't have that. So there's money there that can be spent elsewhere. So that's what I do. All right. So there's Luke. I'm going to actually try to keep the helmet kind of at the foot, or will he handle it? I don't know. Well, let's keep it at this time. All right. Oh, I got a question. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. It's my camera is kind of far away. I think for future reference, if I get a chance, if I decide to do this again, I will definitively get the camera a little closer so that I can actually read what people are asking me. Because right now it's a little bit rough. Oh, you know what? Actually, it seems like there are a couple people viewing, so that's awesome. That's cool. So this is the Luke Skywalker one. They're cool. I mean, they're essentially stormtrooper figures with the heads of our leading actors, Harrison and Mark, from the Star Wars A New Hope, or as it was called in 1977 to those of us who were there. It was just Star Wars. And by the way, I should point out, I was not there on opening day. A lot of people like to say, I was there opening day. Well, you know what? Star Wars played in 32 theaters. 32 theaters. Think about movies that open up now and how many theaters they play in. 32. Yes, there were less people on the planet, but 32 theaters is still pretty slim. There's basically just a couple of major cities, and the word of mouth that people spread about it, and that was pretty much it. Those are the people who got to see it. Then it opened up, and then a couple more, then a couple more, then a couple more, until eventually, it was, of course, every theater in the country was playing it. And back then, this movie would have stayed in the theater sometimes for over almost a year. In fact, if there were theaters that actually did show the movie for a year, oh my goodness, they sent them posters. There's a famous Star Wars 1 year old today poster that went out to theaters. All the theaters that were that had kept the movie running nonstop in the theater for a year. And think about that. There were a lot of movies that came out, and it wasn't like there were 27 theaters in one building. I mean, a lot of times it was just one theater, and they would show this movie, and as long as there were people coming to see it, they would keep showing that movie. And in certain places, people would just keep coming to see it. There were people that would see movies like hundreds of times sometimes. That's a little bit rare, but it can still happen. Poor Han, man, he's a little harder to get out here. I'll keep working him here, but Anyway, so no, I did not see the movie on opening day. I saw the movie in the summer. I was 5 going on 6. Actually, no, that's wrong. I was 6 going on 7. And it was very impactful. In fact, I did want to point out that I actually had a little bit of press about my Star Wars experiences. And if you go on to CNN.com and you do a search for DARTHTUBA, you will get an article called 40 Years of Star Wars Memories, I believe is the name of the article. And it was essentially came out on May 25th, and it was written about different people's take on the Star Wars and the movies and the mythos and how they celebrate their fandom. And it was, let's try to be a little bit forceful here. Yeah, good. Whew. It was actually, we had some pretty cool stories. We got a thing here. Oh, thank you. We had, there was 4 stories. They called it like episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the stories were about, a couple that had their Star Wars wedding, a gentleman who was into seeing all of the filming locations of Star Wars, and another woman, I believe, who was really fascinated by the strength of Leia, and I think she became a general. And then the rise of DARTHTUBA was part of that as well, and that was all about me. And not just about my DARTHTUBA. The DARTHTUBA show was a minor part of it. The bigger part of it was about my career as a music teacher, and how this has influenced me in that sense as well. So you can check it out, CNN. Oh, what's that red piece of paper? Well, I can't really talk about that here, but we have. Oh, look at that! Oh, this red piece of paper. Oh, I don't know. This red piece of paper that somebody just randomly placed under my workstation here. Yeah, this is just garbage. I don't know. It was. I don't know why that is. Those that okay. Well, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I can't really tell this story because it involves students that I teach still. But maybe when they graduate, we can bring them on and they can tell the story themselves. So here we go. We have Han. I'm going to back this up a little bit. We got Han, and Han does not want to stay up here. Come on, Han. You're the hero. Stay up. Okay, and we got Luke. Good sculpts, for considering the price point. They are great posability. I'm actually thinking in some ways, it looks like Luke, they come with something on the back here, like part of their utility belts. That's kind of cool. Looks like they come with comm links. So nice, good for posing. So I'm looking forward to getting them into a posed position. I'm going to slide Han over here, and I'm going to slide Luke right next to him. Okay, now we're going to jump over to this one, the K2SO magnet. Again, a sale item from GameStop. You can find one of the things I'm absolutely loving about Star Wars, kind of back in the public psyche, is the fact that it is available everywhere, in every store, everywhere you go. And that's nice as a collector, so you can pick and choose. I don't have to have everything, So, hey. All right, so I will make sure that I get the camera closer. I'm trying to check this out. Hold on. So what I'm going to do here is, I don't have any metal with me, but this is kind of a cool, just a plain K2SO kind of bust, but it's only half. You can see it's like, it just is front half. But it's got a full back magnet, and it feels like it's pretty weighty. I don't know if I have any magnet that I can stick them to. I don't think so. But you'll take my word for it that I'm sure it works well. I'll get some photos when I do this as a... I'll try to put some photos on Instagram or whatever so you can see that. All right, so I'll leave K2SO. Hey guys, as I said, I'm sorry I can't really read what's going on there. I will have to check it after the fact. All right, so cool. We'll get some comments coming in. Okay, lastly for this episode, we're gonna do the titanium. It's so funny. We're on this like metallic figure kick. We got the Elite series from Disney, and then Hasbro's latest release is the titanium figures. I again picked up in GameStop. So excited that I could actually find it in GameStop because these have not been able to be found anywhere else. I have the Luke, Leia, and Ben, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, depending on your preference. This is interesting. It comes with 2 different types of blasters. I like this option. I think this is cool. If you don't like it, it's at least you can do it one way or the other. This is the blaster that you can either get it with just a blaster that he's holding, or you can use one that he's actually shooting a little blaster thing off of. And the other thing that's kind of cool is the pegs that it comes with, the 4-foot pegs that allow you to kind of position the character in different areas, which I really, really like. I like having that option. It's a little bit cumbersome in that it's very easy for these things to get lost, but it's nice to have that option. So I like the titanium thing. I like the art. I think that they will come on. Ooh, I just lost his other weapon, but I'm going to switch that up anyway. Yeah. All right, got my little stack of trash here. All my box stuff. I know to my fans that are not happy that I unbox things, my answer to that is to each their own. And if people want to unbox stuff, they are welcome to do so. And if they don't, well, that's okay too. All right. So you put the little foot pegs in as I did in the other episode. And then you just kind of align it. I'm doing it sideways so they don't fall out. Looks like there's not too many ways for it to work. But once you get it in, it stays pretty well. There is another side of the back. You can get like a silver kind of backdrop, or you can do like an actual picture backdrop. Okay, I like them. They work well. The figures do have some articulation, at least in the arms and head, and maybe the waist. Oh, no, not the waist. Just the arms and the head. Not really the legs. The legs are kind of stationary. So it's a different take on it. You can display it with the others, which is what I'll do. And that is the Han Solo. I think there's only one more in this set. It's the Darth Vader set. So that'll be the final one that we do. So we have our Elite Series, Luke and Han as Stormtroopers. We have our K2SO magnet on sale at GameStop, as well as the Han Solo Titanium 40th Anniversary figure. Again, not on sale, but at GameStop. So that'll do it for this week's episode, this live experiment. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't catch it, I don't know, I can't tell exactly how many people are seeing it now, but if you're not seeing it now, maybe you'll see it live or see a recording of it in the future. And I don't know if I'm allowed to edit or not. I'll check it out in a little bit. So thank you so much. Again, check out my other videos, subscribe, like, share, let people know. Okay? And I want to make sure everybody knows that, again, this is not for anything more than just trying to share my love for Star Wars and collecting and unboxing different items. I know in the past I've said, we might dig out some old items, and we haven't done that in a while. There's been a lot of just a constant stream of new items coming in. But I think I might do that. I also hope in the near future to have a guest star, get some family involved to come in. We had a few weeks ago. We had my daughter on as doing an unboxing of some Doctor Who stuff that she was designing. Now I would like to maybe get Mrs. DARTHTUBA or Cindy to come in, my wife, and we're thinking of a name for her. We don't know if it's going to say, I don't know if I want to call her Mrs. DARTHTUBA. I want her to have her own name. So she might come in and do some unboxing with me as well. So we have that to look forward to. Not to mention some other things going on. All right. Oh, you want me to get George Lucas on here? Okay, that's a great idea. I'll certainly try, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Just saying. Okay. So, thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.